Where did we come from? The Bible says, in the beginning, God created. Evolution teaches the opposite. No one created. It all happened by itself. Which one is the truth? This is Headquarters. Doc M. Jackie. And Rich. Their job? Investigate and discover the truth. This is The Creation Case.
Hi, cadets. Hello, everyone. Doc M here at Headquarters. Since we all have space on our brain today, not literally, it's time for a lesson in space-time. You ask, what is space-time? Yes, that sounds like a little strange, but let me explain. As you probably know, the objects in our solar system move in circles. Each one of those circles is a measure of time. Here's our planet, Earth. It's constantly spinning like this. Not that fast and faster. It spins about 1,000 miles per hour. Whoa, that's fast. Anyway, each time our planet spins one time around, it equals 1 day. What about a month? Where does that come from? We need a moon. Here's our moon. A month comes from the moon. While the Earth is spinning, the moon is orbiting the Earth. It's slowly going in circles like this. When the moon has gone around the Earth one full time, that makes a month. What about a year? Good question. Where does that come from? While the Earth spins, it's also going around the sun. We need a sun. And the sun is in the center. So the Earth is spinning while it's orbiting the sun. And each time the Earth does one full orbit or circle around the sun, it equals 1 full year. It kind of looks like this. Great. You're doing wonderful. But what about a week? Where does that come from? Did you know that the week has nothing to do with space? Not the sun or the moon or the Earth? Nothing, zippo, nada. So where did this 7-day period come from? For as long as recorded history exists, people have been keeping a 7-day week. Seems like kind of a mystery, doesn't it? Actually, it's no mystery at all. The 7-day week comes right from the Bible. Creation week. Pretty neat, huh? While many people around the world claim they don't believe in God, or they believe that the world evolved, they are living their lives in the special time frame that God set aside for us when He created us. God created us for 6 days, then rested on the 7th. Then He told us to live our lives by this simple 7-day formula. Thousands of years later, the planet lives on in that 7-day week. The 7-day week has nothing to do with space. It's simply more evidence that makes me know God is my creator.
finally got to float like I was in outer space. Well, sorta. You know, sometimes we forget that it's God that created the laws of physics, like gravity. The moon is smaller than Earth, so there's less gravity on the moon. If here you weigh 100 pounds, on the moon you would only weigh 16 pounds. In deep space, you would weigh nothing. You would just float. You know, speaking about gravity, we can learn a lot about space by studying the stuff that falls from the sky and lands on our planet. Most of the stuff that falls from space burns up in our atmosphere, but once in a while, meteoroids make it through and land here on Earth. Not far from here in Arizona, there's a place where a meteor did make it through the atmosphere and crashed into the ground and left a pretty huge crater. We should go check it out. The crater here in this very windy place is one of the most famous in the world. At some point, a meteorite came and crashed here, going approximately 26,000 miles per hour. When a meteor crashes into the planet, it forms a crater. Check out the size of this crater.
There are other much larger craters in the world, but this is probably the most famous one in the United States.
The meteor crater here is over 500 feet deep and almost a mile across. No one knows exactly when this meteoroid crashed into the Earth, but since it only disturbed the upper layers, we assume it was sometime after the flood. Check out how this meteor crater looks from the sky. Objects flying through space pass by our planet all the time. They can also provide us clues about the universe. For example, there are meteoroids, there's asteroids, and there's also comets. A meteoroid, also known as a falling star, is a small sand-sized particle up to a boulder-sized particle that flies through space and orbits our sun. An asteroid is much larger. It's a rock or metal object that's also orbiting our sun. On the other hand, a comet is a little different. It's made up of ice, dust, and rock particles, and it can be huge, even miles across. When a comet passes too close to the sun, the ice begins to vaporize and can leave a trail thousands of miles long that can be seen even here from Earth. Hey, I also have a picture of a comet here on my phone. Check it out. Unlike meteoroids, which are a quick flash of light in the sky as they burn up in the atmosphere, comets seem to hang in the sky for weeks at a time as they pass by our planet. In reality, they're moving over 100,000 miles per hour. No one knows exactly for sure how comets form, but we do know that every time they pass by the sun, they are losing more and more ice, dust, and debris. So here's the problem. A lot of comets orbit the sun every few years, but there's a few out there that have shorter orbits and some have longer orbits. Since they lose material every time they pass the sun, they're getting smaller. It also means that some of these comets would only last a couple hundred years or maybe a couple thousand years. The problem is that scientists teach that comets were formed from the material left over from the formation of planets billions of years ago. Comets simply don't have a long enough lifespan to have been created a billion years ago.
Yes, some comets may be pretty old, but they will lose material when they pass by a star.
I'm going to write that down in my journal.
It is unlikely that comets that occasionally orbit near stars could be billions of years old.
Actually, this is a cool spot. I think I'm going to sketch this too. Remember what the Bible says in Genesis. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Wow, it's really amazing to think just how big space is. It's great that many smart scientists are trying to peek into deep space to figure out what's out there. All I know is that there is so much more that we don't know compared to what we do know. Well, I need to finish up my report and send it to HQ. Remember, if you want to read it, just go to our website.
A close look at the universe creates a lot of problems for atheists. Secular scientists aren't even sure how the moon formed. Believing that the universe created itself is not a very scientific idea. Comets do not have long enough lifespans to have been created billions of years ago.
You know, God is like the sun. He is the light of this world. All good comes from Him. Just like we need the sun for life to exist on this planet. The neat thing is that at night, we can't see the sun, but sometimes we see the moon reflecting the light from the sun. Did you know that God has called us to be like the moon? He wants us to reflect His light of goodness to everyone. We sometimes forget that we can't make our own light. We can only reflect God's. I hope that everywhere you go, people will always see God reflected in the things that you do in your life. I hope you'll join me again for our next assignment. Remember, God the Creator loves what He creates, especially you. Good night.
Wait, don't leave! We have bloopers! Like this crazy wind! Stop!
Object that is also orbiting our sun. Orbiting our sun. I kind of fell over.
Something about... Forgot what he said.
As they orbit our planet. Oh, weren't you done?
Since we all have space on that, is to start.
By our planet. I forgot to walk away.